What's up, guys? Welcome back to
Travel and Fun.
Yes, another video from us. After a long time, we are taking a video because our last trip was to Bratislava. Yeah, and after that, we haven't been going out because it's been very cold and extreme winter here.
And we went to India.
Yes, we also went to India in between. Of course, you saw the videos. If not, please go ahead, check out our channel. We have videos from India and all our travel journeys over there. So today, what we plan to do, actually, we are just besides our home.
Because after long 3-4 weeks of rain, today we are getting little sunshine.
Yes.
So we thought we'll come out.
Yeah. But at this moment, the sun is now covered by a cloud, big cloud, and but very soon it will be out again. And
though it's sunny, but it's like 2 degrees, 1 degree here.
Yeah, the
it's
actual
cold.
temperature is 2-1, but it feels like it's like -2, -3. So it's actually very freezing cold. Yeah. So what we decided to do today is we'll take up some questions that we normally get
on our Instagram.
Yeah, on our Instagram
YouTube.
and Facebook mostly. Very few on YouTube. So that's why we ask people to comment on our YouTube videos because that's where everyone can see the comments. But we get most of these queries on Instagram, Facebook, or our email, and most of these questions are related to relocation from India to Denmark. And so especially this video will be covering an expat life questions.
So we are planning to cover 10 mostly asked questions.
Yes. 10 mostly asked questions, or 10 among them, some of them might be things that you should know when you relocate to Denmark. So,
and this is purely our perspective, our point of view. Like we are not favoring anything or anybody or any shops or
absolutely anything. Yes. So it's been like now almost a little more than 1.5 years that we have relocated to Denmark, and for sure it's a beautiful country. And we'll take a stroll across around this Utterslev Mose, how it's called. So Mose is a lake, I think. Is it? Yeah. So she's actually learning Danish. I haven't started yet. So it's the Utterslev Mose. So it's the lake here in Brøndshøj, Husum, and it's a beautiful place. It's a natural lake, I guess. It's not a man-made one. And it's mostly almost full with water. And during the core winter seasons, you can see that it's frozen, and it's like sometimes it's allowed to walk on the lake when it's frozen, but not now, of course. So yeah, we'll take a stroll around this lake, and we'll cover the questions.
All the questions now.
Yes, let's go. Yeah, so the first question that we normally receive from most of our family, YouTube family, Instagram, Facebook family, is that what are the things that you should consider to bring while you move from India to any European country or Denmark?
Okay, so specifically to Denmark, if I will say, consider bringing your vessels, in the sense your cooker and your mixer. Just that is important, because all the other kadai kind of stuffs and all, you get it from the shops here, so you don't have to bring it because you get only 25 kgs of luggage, right? So just bring your mixer and your cooker, but bring extra washers, extra mixer jars, or extra caps for the jars and all stuffs. You can bring them because you don't get service for your mixers here. And the next is your jackets. Just in whichever weather conditions you're coming, like if it is summer, then you don't have to carry much of anything. If you're coming in winter, just carry your basic jackets. And the heavy winter jackets, we prefer buying from Denmark because that withstands the cold here. So you don't have to buy it from India. You just buy your basic jackets and you can come here. And the most important thing is medicine, because here you cannot go to doctor when and when if you want. So you have to book a prior appointment, and sometimes it will take a month to visit the doctor. So for the normal things like fever, cold, cough, vomiting, and the normal illness, you just get medicine prescribed from your general doctor or your family doctors, and buy medicines with good expiry dates, and then bring it in. If you're with your kids, especially bring all the medicines for them, and And here in the medical shop, you'll get medicines with very light doses, which will take more than 2 to 3 weeks for even a cough to go. So it's better to bring your medicines from India. So that's what I think is most important. Other than the dresses and all your accessories and stuff and everything, you'll get it here. And your Indian ethnic stuff, if you want something like your Indian dresses, your Indian accessories, then bring them. And about masalas, you get almost all the masalas here, but not exactly the brand we are using in India, but you get it here. But if you're specific, location specific, some masalas if you want to bring, you can bring them. Or it's fine if you can adjust with the Indian stores here, because anyways, whatever you're bringing is not gonna last for more than 3 to 4 months. Again, you have to go to the shops here. So it's better we'll start going to the shops here.
Cool.
So yes, here's the next question. How to deal with the initial finances?
Okay, so basically, initial finances, I think you mean the finances right after the moment you are relocated to Denmark, you have come here, that's your first day, and how to deal with opening your bank accounts and stuff. Of course, many companies, they do help the employee in opening bank accounts, but some don't. So you have to deal with that for your own. For that, you need a CPR number. You have to go and register yourself for that. So you have to get a CPR number for yourself. After that, you will be able to open a bank account when you have a CPR number and an address for yourself. So this is how to open your bank account. After this, for the initial money stuff, so I would suggest like bringing a forex card for this. There are many forex card providers in India, like HDFC. I personally bought the one from Neo Global. They had very like minimal transaction charges, so that was really good. And transferring money from your Indian account to this Neo bank account was quite easy. So this forex card will help you a lot, and it's accepted in most of the online POS transactions here. So you can use your forex card for that. Second thing is that it's a very digital economy, so you don't have to carry cash, so you don't have to like kind of withdraw money from ATMs, and also you don't have to deal with transaction fees or charges for that. So you can use your same forex card for doing your transactions in shops. Just tap the card or with your PIN and all. So it's a very digital economy, so you don't have to worry about that. Yeah, so I think this is, and one big thing regarding your initial finances will be when you are dealing with a house rental. So you need a lot of money for that. So I would say either if you have that amount of money, of course, if I talk in Indian money, so I would give an example of our house. So the initial security amount was around 50,000 kroner, which is close to 5.5 lakh Indian rupees. So if you can deal with that amount of money from your Indian bank account, that's okay. You can do that. You can transfer it via Wise, or you can transfer it to your forex card and take cash from the ATMs here. Otherwise, a good suggestion would be that if you have someone whom you know very well in Denmark, some Indian would be the best choice, of course, because you're new to Denmark, and then take some help from your friend or family here, and then return it back. So that's the best way, so that you don't have to pay these extra charges, because these extra charges come at a very high cost here. It's very expensive, transaction charges and all. So that is one thing that you have to be very careful of. You need a lot of money for that thing, this initial security deposit and rent. Yeah, so it costs a huge amount of money if you are going for a decent house, like for a house of around 10,000 to 15,000 kroner, the amount that I told you. Yeah, this is about the initial finances. Yeah,
and I would like to add on something. I would suggest please have a backup for like 1 to 1.5 months, because it will take around 1 to 1.5 months for you to get your bank cards and your accounts and everything. Until then, even though you get your salary, you cannot take it and use it. So it's better you also have a backup for like whatever expense happens for your 1.5 months.
Cool. So remember we told you about frozen lakes. It's not completely frozen, but still there's a sheet of ice on top of the lake. If you see, that's all ice and there's water. You can see the difference. Yeah, so enjoying the sun?
Yes.
Yeah, so another beautiful location here. There's a small walkaway bridge and have some sun. So the next question, enjoy it with the sun, is about home rentals. It's a widely asked question, you know. So what is your experience, or what is our experience about home rentals? What can we advise to people who are looking for home rentals?
Okay. So regarding home rental, we have already made a video only exclusive for home rentals. Link is above. And I'll again give you a brief about it. So home rentals, there are many websites here and rental agencies also. So we followed Bolik Portal, and there are many other websites like Legiboleg and something else and all. And
there are
renting agencies like Heimstaden, City Apartments,
Q Apartments, Q Apartments, and many more like that. So you can contact any one of them, and you can go to their website, check for the houses. So I would say that don't go for the Facebook ads regarding the home rentals and all, because there are many scams going on. So if you like any house, just contact them and ask somebody you know in Denmark to go check if it is a legit one or not, and then pay. I would say don't pay anything without the papers. So I mean, we would recommend not dealing anything with money before having because
contracts and the papers.
Absolutely. So don't do that dealing with money when you're not here. Deal with all the money stuff when you're here. Otherwise, you can have a good view of the apartment and all that you can do with someone on your behalf. That's you can do.
So one more thing you will have to take care is your move-in inspection. You have to take pictures, photos or videos of everything, each and every corner of your houses, because the deposit you're giving is a huge amount, and if you want something to be back, then you have to take care of all these things. And one more thing, if you have any problem, any faults or something regarding your house, you have to inform the owner before 14 days.
Within 14 days?
Yeah, within 14 days. Only then they'll make the arrangements and they'll correct it for you. After 14 days, it's all on you. Whatever you're finding, whatever the problem is, it's on you. So better on the first 14 days, check all your appliances, your fridge, washing machine and your everything. Inform your owners regarding if you have any complaints regarding. So that's one thing. And rental, if you're going for this rental apartments, the white goods, that is the kitchen setup and your washing machine, your fridge, they all come under the white goods, and you'll get all the white goods. Normally they provide the white goods, so it's better if you get houses like that. And there are furnished and unfurnished house options in Denmark.
And of course furnished houses will cost you more,
unfurnished will be less.
And if you
take your apartments inside the Copenhagen commune, it's very expensive, and if you're taking it outside the Copenhagen commune or city limit, then it's like a bit lesser. So I think that's it about the house rentals.
And there's a beautiful swan behind you. It's so huge and it's beautiful. Amazing.
Hey. So the next question is regarding tax card and taxes.
Yes, one big thing that people... There's a huge community of swans and ducks here who are really enjoying the sun like us. So yes, that's why we have to adapt with them. We have to cope with them. Tax is one very big thing that people who come to Denmark deal with, because Denmark is very much known for taxes. It's one of the one of those countries where there are very high taxes. So the nominal taxes are around 45%. It starts at 45% and it can go anywhere up to 55%. And this is also one problem that you deal with if you don't have a tax card. So once you come to Denmark and once you have your bank account opened and everything, once you're ready for your first salary to drop in, make sure that you make a tax card. Otherwise, SCAT, which is the tax authority of Denmark, they straight away take 55% of your salary. That's more than half of your salary. So that's the default tax rate if you don't have a tax card. So you can just call SCAT. SCAT is the tax authority, as I told you. You can call them There are people who speak English in SCAT. They speak English. So you can tell them that you need to make a tax card, and they can do it for you right by the phone. Just call them and tell them that you need to make a tax card. So if you have a CPR number, if everything is recorded in the government things in the way it should be, then they can deal with your tax card very fast. You don't need weeks or months for that. It's a matter of few minutes. So that's about tax and tax card. And the best help that you can get about anything related to your tax is SCAT. And the website is quite it's very user friendly. There is English translation also, but if you are in doubt, just call SCAT. They'll help you out. There are people who are willing to help in tax SCAT. That's about tax and tax card. So another question that we get mostly on our videos is that the use of public transport and how to use this rice accord thing. Okay. So maybe you can tell them a little more about it.
Okay, so regarding public transport, again we have made an exclusive video.
Yes.
So the link above, you can check it out for more details. But still I'll give you an overview. The public transport is very good in Copenhagen. Like we have our buses, metros and trains. So it's very easy. The connectivity and the duration and everything is so good in Copenhagen. So yeah, and for traveling in this public transport, you can go to the driver and take a ticket. That's option 1. And you can take tickets on your mobile. There is an application called DOT or DSB. You can take tickets from that, and that will be valid for 1 day or maybe for 1.5 hours.
It depends on the type of ticket you take.
You're using. And the next is taking a travel card. If you're taking a travel card, you can load the amount like 200 or 300, and then you can use it whenever you're traveling in your buses or metro and everything. And the travel card is called Rice Accord. So the Rice Accord is something you just have to tap it, like you tap your cards in your supermarkets and all. Just you have to tap it on your card reader.
On the NFC readers which are there on the buses, on railway stations
and on metro stations and everywhere. So you just have to tap it and then tap out when you're moving out from the bus. So there is a way, like there are few conditions you have to use Rice Accord as per. So that is whenever you're stepping into a vehicle, which is a car, not a car, which is a transport bus or your metro or your train, you have to check in with your Rice Accord. And when you're moving, maybe if you're going to a place and you have to transfer 2 buses, you just have to check in once and you don't have to check out. When you're getting to the another bus, again check in and check out only at your destination. Don't check out in between. And I think there's somewhere a gap of 20 minutes or something. If you check in again, if you do check out and then check in within 20 minutes, and it will show continued journey. After 20 minutes, then it's a new trip. So that's how you need to use your Rice Accord. And don't forget to tap your Rice Accord, because if you didn't tap your Rice Accord and when the checker comes, you have not taken your ticket, then done. Your 750 kroners is gonna say bye bye.
Not 750 kroner. I have an experience. I have read another Facebook post regarding this Rice Accord. There are a lot of these posts coming in many Facebook groups here, and one person he was actually very wet and he was just taking off his jacket, and he was like his Rice Accord and stuff is inside his jacket. He was about to take it, and the ticket checker came in front of him, and there's no way out. He got a fine of 1,000 kroner, not even 750, 1,000 kroner. So, basic thing, whatever situation you are in, keep your Rice Accord ready with you when you are going to move into the bus. As soon as you
get inside the bus or train or anything,
check in first. After that, you do whatever you want. Like even if you want to pick your child from the floor, do it after that. But check in first. Otherwise, that's a straight fine of 750 kroner, which is a huge amount. And they won't listen to any of your excuse. But yes, if your reason is genuine, you can later on email DOT or Movia, and if they consider your reason to be genuine, they might return you your fine.
But not fully, a part of your fine.
That's up to them. So, but yes, take care of this.
Take care of your check-in and check-out.
That's about public transport and Rice Accord. Other than that, we have a detailed video, as Anaka told you. Check it out.
So the next question is regarding the hospital and healthcare.
So no doubt they're very good. The quality is very good here, whether it be the hospitals or the healthcare. It's amazing quality wise. But yes, one thing that you will find it different from India, is that the time taken, like if you get an appointment, like Anaka said in one of the previous points, the appointment you get is like, if you book an appointment now, it will be another 1 month or something until you get an appointment, until and unless you tell them that it's an emergency. An emergency is like if you're going to die. Yeah. So an emergency is when you're about to die. So other than that, anything is not an emergency here. So if it's an emergency, you have some emergency numbers like 1813. You can call them, you can tell them your emergency, they'll send you an ambulance and you'll be taken to the hospital. But overall, the healthcare system is very good and centralized in Denmark, and that is one of the main reasons why people from many countries, they shift to Denmark. The public welfare system itself, which includes healthcare, it's very well organized, and it's wonderful in Denmark. So you don't have to worry about that. And emergency system, as I told you, that's how it is. Yeah,
and it's completely free.
Yeah. So it's public welfare. One reason why you have to wait so long for appointments is that it's free. Yeah. So free in the sense you are paying for that. The taxes you pay are used there. So
your consultation is free, but you have to pay for your medicines.
Yeah, medicines, of course, you have to pay for them until the doctor itself provides them to you. Otherwise, everything is free, including whatever surgery it is. It's all free for you here in Denmark. It's included in the public health system. So I don't feel a necessity to take health insurance in Denmark. But many people do. They do take health insurance, but we haven't taken a health insurance because it's all covered. Of course, and if you're employed by a company and all, then there is a separate insurance firm like PFA or something like that. They'll cover some more. So you get priority there. So like I have PFA, so I get priority when I book for some appointments, or in case of some surgeries or some operation and all. I'll get priority when I have some certain private insurances. Otherwise, it's totally free. You don't have to pay a penny for healthcare in Denmark. It's amazing. It's good compared to other countries. I've been in Germany. I've heard about UK. The healthcare system is too good. Public welfare is too good in Denmark. You can trust.
And one thing I would say is the doctors, they won't scare you.
That's I'll let Anaka talk about that.
Yeah, so mostly in India and all, if you go to a gynecologist, then not everybody, but there are people who scare you. But here there's nothing. Whatever the problem is, they say it's fine, it's okay. And mostly they won't give you medicine.
Yeah.
I think they believe in natural healing. So they'll say take rest. Once I had my ankle sprained and they didn't give me a single medicine. They told me it will pain for a week. Take rest.
Yeah, the only thing they did was plaster her ankle, and they gave her crutches. Other than that, there was no medicine. So it's too good. Even like Anaka in one of her previous points, she told you that the medicines you get here, they are less dose. Yeah. That's one of the main reason, because 2 times we have purchased medicine for cough and cold here, and they always give you this bioherbal medicine which contains honey, ginger and all. So the healing is slow, but it's like perfect healing. So you don't get those fast English medicine kind of thing here. You get them, but they're very expensive, those medicines. Yeah.
So that's regarding the healthcare.
Yeah. The next question that we get here is mostly about supermarkets. So what do you have to tell about supermarkets? Like how to choose which supermarket to go, which one is cheap, which one is economic?
First of all, there's a lot of supermarkets here.
Yeah.
For example, Netto, Futex, Bilka, Rema, Irma, and there's a lot more.
Yes.
Okay. So
Lidl.
And the rate is like not fixed. I can say 1 kg of onion can be of 10 kroner, can be of 20 kroner in different shops.
Yeah.
Because there's no MRP kind of stuffs here.
Yeah, there's no concept of maximum retail price here. So one product can
Each
be sold.
shop,
Yeah,
each supermarkets they can decide their rate.
Yes.
And there's also something called Tilbud Service.
Yeah, it's
there's
an
app.
application.
So there, all the supermarkets, they will publish a magazine kind of stuff online. So you can. There's also a hard paper magazine. If you want, they'll put you in your mailboxes. Else, you can opt like you will go online. So that is easier. So in that app, you can find all the discounts, offers, and everything regarding each and every supermarkets. Like few supermarkets will put offers for Sunday, few will put on Friday, few will put on Saturday, like that. So they'll publish their magazine kind of stuff in that app, where you can check for the offers, and you can go to the respective supermarkets for those offers.
Yeah, one benefit regarding our home location is that we have 3-4 supermarkets
nearby,
just close to our home, so we can really choose between them, and we can go to the supermarkets. And
there are also supermarkets dedicated for this Oko stuff. Oko is organic stuff. So those supermarkets are a bit expensive, but yeah, it's fully organic stuff.
Yeah, and one thing is that some of the supermarkets are like chains, like Bilka. Like there's a group called Sailing Group, and this Bilka, Netto, Fortex, they all come within this Sailing Group. So they are all like kind of Bilka or Netto, or sometimes Fortex will sell the same thing at a higher price. You will get the same thing at the same lower price in Netto or Bilka. So you have to check this app, as Anaka told, this Tilbud Service. You will find it there.
If you want to go in a budget way,
or
like you can go to any supermarket and pick, because all the supermarkets, the stuffs are reasonably good with quality, and everything is nice. I didn't have any bad experience with any supermarkets as of now, because we normally use Lidl, Netto, and Futex, Rama. All the 4. Which is nearby our home. We use all the 4. And there's one fact that Denmark is a place where you get cheapest organic things. Like cheapest compared to all the countries.
And that's very true.
You get the organic things very cheap here.
Because whichever supermarket we go to, we mostly find only organic stuff.
And also you have all the varieties, lactose free, and vegan, and all the things. So
milk itself is from so many varieties.
You have different kind of oat milk, soy milk, almond milk.
And even your normal cow milk, they come at different fat percentages. So you have so many choices for food in Denmark. I am not talking about the Indian choice, but within one thing you have many varieties.
The supermarkets are good here. So the next question is regarding work-life balance and the work culture and job search.
So first thing, work-life balance, that's super good in Denmark. At least the companies that I know of, or the people that I know of, they always told me, and I experienced the same. That is very nice. I haven't seen such work-life balance anywhere else, neither in Germany, in India, not at all. And I've heard from people in UK that it's not as good as in Denmark. So of course the work-life balance is too good. Job search, yes, that's a big thing. So if you're coming on a job here, then it's well and good. But for your partner's job search, if you're coming from India, it's a little difficult, especially because of the language.
If you're already working there, it's fine. You get it within no time. But if you have a gap...
But that also depends. It's not necessary that you will get it. But
if you're in IT, you'll get it.
IT jobs are of very high demand here, especially
and if
development
you are in
and stuff.
Teaching, or if you're in like medical profession,
field,
then it's difficult.
It's very difficult.
And you have certifications, you have to change something.
Absolutely. And then language becomes a necessity.
Necessity, yes.
So the first and foremost thing is start learning Danish language. If you don't come on a job here, start learning the language as soon as possible. Earlier this language thing was free here, but now you have a 2,000 kroner deposit and you'll get it back once you pass the exam. But start learning the language. that will at least help you to be in the forefront of this job hunt. Other than that, there are a lot of websites. LinkedIn is very important here for job search. So most of the companies, Denmark is actually very dependent on LinkedIn. So make your LinkedIn profile very strong, make your resume very strong. Try to make as much connections as possible. Talk to people. Recommendation works a lot here in Denmark. So try to make as much connections as possible. Yeah, and work culture, it's very good. Normally most of the multinational companies, they all do their meetings and everything in English. Yeah, so you don't have to worry so much. Work culture is very good. You will have very good colleagues mostly. Yeah, yeah, that's about work-life balance, work culture, and job search. And one good advice that I would like to give you is don't get disappointed if you don't get a job here. Even I would say Anaka, it's like it's been 1.5 years now. She has been searching for a job. She has applied so much, and she is from the IT field. The only problem is that she is from application support, and that's mostly outsourced in Denmark. And she also has a gap in her working career. So we are struggling a little bit with that part, but yeah, we are sure we'll find it out someday or the other. We'll never lose hope. And she's doing some certifications and all this stuff, so you can always keep yourself busy. Yeah, so that's about
job search
and work culture. Yeah, so the next question that we get is about Indian stuff and Indian stores. A lot of questions coming in about where do you get Indian items from, or where do you purchase Indian grocery from, or
you get Indian stuff here.
Yeah.
So yes, we do get Indian stuff here. There are a lot of Indian stores. There are dedicated. There are also dedicated Indian stores, and there are like Indian Pakistani stores, Asian stores, and Afghan markets.
Yeah.
So all these places we'll get most.
Can you name a few Indian stores that you know of?
Yeah, mostly we buy online because all these rice and all we prefer buying online.
Yeah.
You don't have to carry it all the way because we rely on public transport.
Yeah.
So iRice and Grow Basket, and there are many more.
Yeah.
And we do have an Indian store just below our apartment.
Yeah.
So all our necessary things we'll get it from there.
Yeah.
And we have many Afghan stores nearby.
Yeah.
So for us, we hardly go to Indian stores because all these Afghan stores, they also have rice and stuff and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So we get rice, atta, basmati rice.
Yeah.
And masalas and
most
not
of this
all your vegetables.
Yeah.
You get few of them, but not all of them.
And you have to be very decisive about the time you go to these Indian stores, because some of these vegetables, like for example, lady's finger or exclusive vegetables, they come in very short quantities.
Few of my friends told that they get good vegetables if they buy online, but I don't know. My experience has been worst every time, because whenever I buy vegetables online, they are very worst. So I prefer buying vegetables
by going to the shop.
Yeah, I don't buy them online. I buy only the rice and packaged stuff online.
Yeah.
But yeah, you get almost everything.
Yes.
Not the vegetables part. Apart from your traditional, authentic vegetables, you don't get it. But apart from that, the normal things you get it everywhere.
Yeah.
Curry leaf is something you don't get every time.
Yeah.
So you have to save it and use it.
And just mind you, Indian stuff is expensive here.
Yeah, it's very expensive.
Yeah,
so if you're going, no, I want to eat only Indian, then it's gonna cost you a lot.
Yes.
So you have to mix Indian, mix European.
Yes.
And have a balanced diet.
And I have to tell you, Anaka is very good at that. She really finds substitutes for Indian vegetables from Danish supermarkets. Yes.
Because you don't get that authentic pumpkin stuff, and also you will go with whatever you're getting it here.
Yeah.
And you can find alternatives, of course.
Yes. Yeah. So
that's it regarding the supermarkets
and Indian stores and Indian stuff.
Yeah.
Super.
So the last question is regarding the subscriptions.
Yes. Lot of questions come to me on WhatsApp, on Facebook and everything about this subscription and OTT services. Netflix from your Indian subscription will work here. It's the like that will work. Amazon Prime will also work, but Indian content is not available here. So you might have to use a VPN or something, which will then again cost you. Sony Live. So I'm just talking about Indian stuff, yeah. So Sony Live, your Indian subscription won't work here.
You have to take a subscription
here. Otherwise, you have options like you can buy this MI box or Fire Stick and stuff, and you can use it here. But else, you have to take a subscription here. Then you have Z5. That also you have to take a subscription here.
HBO Max.
Yes. Then you have Hotstar won't work here. It doesn't work here. You need to use a VPN for that.
But Disney Plus works here.
Yeah, there is Disney Plus here, but there's no Hotstar. So that's about Disney Plus and Hotstar. Then you have HBO Max, which is exclusive to Scandinavia, I think. But I heard that it's also available in Germany and some more countries. But it's a very good thing. So you have all the GOT and all this DC stuff you get in HBO Max, and all the Marvel stuff is in Disney Plus. So most of the things like Netflix and all, Amazon Prime, they'll work here. But otherwise, you have to take subscriptions here. And the subscriptions are very expensive. It's not cheap. For example, the Disney Plus subscription for 1 year is like 800 kroner. So that's almost...
It's up to you which all OTT platforms you want to use.
Yes. So
you can use.
That's about subscription services. Yeah. So yeah, that's... we hope we covered most of the asked questions that we have. That were the top 10. But if you have more questions,
please feel free to comment below.
Yes, and comment on this video so that other people will also know that okay, you're asking this question, and
so
that
they
will
also get benefited with the answers provided.
Absolutely. So if there are a lot of questions coming again, we'll make another video. But these are the top 10 as of now, and I hope you got enough information about this stuff, and I hope these will help you out
if you are relocating to Denmark.
Yes. So hope you guys liked the video, and I'm really liking the backdrop now. It's so nice. Little bit sunny, little cloudy, although the sky is clear, and houses in the backdrop. That's very nice. And yeah, we'll come up with another video soon.
Until then,
it's bye, and we'll be traveling in a few months time. It's a month. Yeah. So until then, we have to get some things settled down. Her Danish classes are going on and all this stuff is going on. But we are traveling soon, and we'll get some videos soon. Until then, it's bye from us. Bye.